Welcome back to Talkin' Baseball. We had a weekend of fun in the sun playing the baseball. Let's shake our heads and dance. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin' Baseball. My name is Jimmy. I got Jake sitting right next to me, producer BBD in the corner. We are coming to you live in the Roosevelt Studios in the Bronx. That's RSVLTS. And it is the series recap whip around show. We hope you had a fantastic weekend. Every team played, besides the teams that didn't. Under normal circumstances, every team plays every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Anytime I tell that to a relative or family member that doesn't know baseball, I'm like, no, from April 1st till September 30th, every team plays every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're like, what? That's a lot of games. So, Jake, how are you doing? You're freshly shaven. You look nice.
Look 62. Had to shave.
Oh, yeah.
Had to shave. Should have shaved last night.
And now looking at you clean shaven, it's almost like you have to start being an every other day shaver.
Come on.
The difference in presentation. You look like look like everyone has been calling you drunk uncle.
Sure.
Drunk creepy uncle in the YouTube comments with the facial hair.
Yeah.
Now you look like
the guy the drunk uncle hits on.
No, you look like young nephew, like cool nephew.
Yeah, I think I had it. Yeah, it's dramatic, looking a little better. Happy with it. Had to shave. Almost in it. Went for it. I'm doing good, Jim. Sports are back. I'm feeling the energy from the sports world. We had our normal Groundhog Day scares. We had tests come back. The Cardinals are in a tough time right now. But the Phillies come back.
I haven't looked at any news. All the poo-pooers were saying that the season's already been canceled Monday, and they're going to announce it Monday.
Today was supposed to be the day, but the Phillies got their test back. They're clean. They're on their way to the Bronx to play baseball. So
why are people like that?
It's really odd, man. There's some
people were telling me they already decided to cancel baseball, and to the point where my relatives were like, "Is it true?" And I'm like, "No,
no."
I don't understand who's saying that or why.
Yeah.
No, it's not true.
Some really weird societal thing. I think this weekend when the Cardinals news started to break, people tried to get ahead of it, and so they could say that they broke it.
People love predicting doom.
Then it happened, so and so many people in the industry, and then I saw people in the industry fighting back against it, and it's just like, holy smokes. But all that being said, a lot of really good baseball, some surprise series. How about those O's, babe?
A lot of sweeps. I didn't do the research in the West. You did it, so I don't know what happened out there. But I did the East, and we'll get to it in half the Central, and a lot of sweeps.
Yeah, a lot of teams showed out. We had some good movement. I'm excited, Jim.
All right. Well, this episode, before we get into the Around the League update, this episode is brought to you by Alistair Manderson. Ooh, I already did this guy. So here's what happened. I forgot where we left off.
Okay. Huge. Shout out, Alistair, though.
Shout out, Alistair. And we're just going to have to double up on some, I think.
Okay.
You know what? I'll do this next episode.
Okay.
I got to keep better track of this because there's 50 new names. I don't want to double up on all of them.
So, we appreciate it.
We'll find out where I left off. You'll get your shout out next episode.
We got a bunch of live people in the Patreon chat right now. That's the big perk that comes with this. We sometimes drop some bonus content. It's tough because we're dropping so much regular content during the season, so not a ton, just being honest with you guys. Yeah. I guess other people would probably lie about that to get you to sign up, but no, it's just being honest with you guys. We got people live watching with us. They participate in the show, especially when we stumble over ourselves. Go check it out. Patreon/JOMBOY?
Patreon.com/JOMBOY Media.
JOMBOY Media.
So I'll shout out everyone that needs to get shout out coming up. Let's get straight into it.
Let's
Jake,
do it.
As always, everyone listening for the first time, you know more about your favorite team than we know about your favorite team.
So much more.
And there's zero chance we watched every single game because it's physically impossible to watch every single game.
30-man rosters? I don't know some of these guys.
Yeah, but we did some studying. We kept up enough, and here is what happened around the league. I'll bring you the East first. Let's get into it.
Give it to me.
The Mets and the Braves met up for a 3-game set. I was interested in this one. The Braves swept the Mets, Jake. They swept them. They had a 5-run comeback on Friday to kind of put the dagger in. They held them to 1 run on Saturday, and then they shut them out on Sunday. So they ripped their hearts out, gave them a little hope the first game, then shut them down even worse. Also, the Mets had a star player just Irish goodbye them, middle of a game. Peaced out. Cepedes is gone. Can you turn my headphones back? We're fighting with the audio here, but I can't hear myself.
That was me.
Down. Perfect. Okay. The Rays and the Orioles met up, Jake, and that's another sweep. The Orioles sweep the Rays. Yep, you heard me. I mean, it was like a real sweep, too. No funny business, really. Orioles won all 3 games against the Tampa Bay Rays, bumping themselves up to second place in the division and knocking the Rays down to 4th. How about that? Another sweep in the East. The East was full of sweeps. The Yankees sweep the Red Sox all 3 games. Aaron Judge hit 4 home runs in 3 games. Gio Urshela went off. Xander Bogaerts went off. The Red Sox manager dissed his entire pitching staff in one post-game quote, so that kind of tells you the state of things over there as the Red Sox stay in the cellar of the AL East. Marlins, Nats, Blue Jays, Phillies all did not play, and that's kind of what we got going on in the East.
Yes, sir.
Nice and easy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
It's a good quote.
Usually finish it for me. Usually got a nice
That's the whole thing.
freezy. You usually make up a line after.
Oh, I don't know.
Spray yourself with some Febreze, something like that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Um,
Febreze smells like grossness.
Yanks sweep, Baltimore sweep, Braves sweep.
3 sweeps, so I'm saying.
The 3 best teams in the East that we all expected. No, it's man, it's tough because I feel like that Braves-Mets game, the Mets are going to look back at this season. They had this game they blew to the Braves. They had the Ozuna-Edwin Diaz game they blew to the Braves. The wheels are off the track.
I mean,
Cepedes
it's tough
left.
because the Mets turn everyone into a bully. Because before the season, we're sitting here talking about how the Mets have a talented roster. They had Syndergaard and they had Stroman. And, that changes a lot for them there.
It's very true.
But a lot of talent on the roster. But every pregame season update, we said, but they're the Mets. And the Mets will Met. And then all the Mets fans get pissed at me and just say we're being bullies and we're being mean and we hate the Mets. I don't hate the Mets. I'd root for the Mets right now if they were good. I'd root for them. But the Mets will Mets themselves, dude. They are just a disgrace. Like, they just handle things terribly.
Yeah.
The Cepedes situation handled terrible. The bullpen, they have good arms out there.
Great arms.
Just never gets done.
Really good arms.
So the Mets will Mets, and until they don't Mets, they Mets.
Top down.
And they make you feel like a bully for saying it.
Yeah.
Mets and Braves do have one more tonight for what that's worth.
That series isn't over?
Yeah.
Okay.
But everything you said stands.
They're playing tonight. Good game. DeGrom Waka. Or not DeGrom Waka. DeGrom Soroka.
Soroka.
So that'll be fun.
Well,
hopefully.
salvage the series there. All this is usually every series ends on Sunday, so this new season is tripping me up with all these.
Yeah, we'll see.
4-game
And
sets end on Monday.
they lost their last DeGrom start when they had 10 hits or 15 hits, whatever.
They have reverse records right now. The Braves are 7-3. The Mets are 3-7.
And it's, if you're a Mets fan, you're kicking yourself. You're always kicking yourself. And yeah, I mean, top-down ownership. Cepedes goes missing. There's different rumors that they knew, they didn't know. They traded for Billy Hamilton the night before. And then right at game time, they announced they don't know where he is. So, I mean, as big of a mess as it can come on and off the field. Like, that should be a Mets shirt.
Yes. We're a mess on and off the field.
What was the shirt we came up with this morning, BBD?
As Mets as it gets.
As Mets as it gets.
Yeah. I'm telling this season is as
Just
Mets as it gets.
constantly.
It's bad, man.
Just constantly. So that's good. Good job, the Braves.
The Braves are looking good. They're 7-3. I mean, the Yankees have 7 wins. The Twins have 7 wins. So it's like the top teams right now have 7 wins. Now, a lot of teams haven't been given the chance.
Sure.
The Cubs also have 7 wins. That's kind of the benchmark right now. 4 teams have 7 wins so far. Again, Phillies, Nats, Blue Jays,
Right.
Marlins haven't been given a
Behind
chance.
the 8 ball there.
Cardinals as well.
The Orioles beat the Rays.
I know I asked you about this because I watched the highlights and I tuned in and out and I kept up with the box score, but I didn't watch the game. So I didn't know if there was like bloopers or bobbled plays or, something weird Where, like, Rays fans are like, well, if that didn't happen.
Right.
But you're telling me that the Orioles just beat them.
So I watched the whole Saturday game, had it up on the laptop because I told some friends to parlay some bets with it because it was Glasnow after a loss versus the Orioles. And I was like, okay, this is set up really good for the Rays to win a baseball game.
Yeah.
They're down 4-1. They do rally. Oriole mistake helps them rally. Otherwise, they wouldn't have. And then they do win on a pretty bloopy hit by Pat Valleca, but a hit's a hit. And
Well, they had two. What happened to the guy in front of Valleca? He get walked or?
No, they fought back a little bit. So the Rays did. This is the only part that if you're a Rays fan, you say we should have had this game.
Choi.
Both their extra inning base runners got picked off the bases.
Yeah, a Choi trying to tag up. I love you, Choi.
Choi.
You cannot tag up from second to a ball to left field.
I couldn't believe they didn't pinch run for him.
Well, we're finding that happened in the Cubs series as well, where you're finding the away team isn't pinch running because they have to play the field the next inning.
Dude.
But you kind of, the two guys got thrown out.
We have 30-man rosters.
Yeah.
Like, pinch run and make a defensive switch and make your team better. And, dude, the other thing that sent me up the wall, again, because I told some friends to bet on this game. So the Rays survived the Choi mistake. And it's like, holy smokes, they shouldn't have. The next inning, Kiermaier's the runner on second. Great. Good, speedy base runner. Zunino is the hitter, lifetime 201 hitter.
And he's going through a pretty bad stretch right now.
Yeah, it's called his career. Sorry, Mike. That was tough. Former really high draft pick, never really panned out. Anyways, Jim, he doesn't even think about bunting. Like, I don't know if this is coming off as Mad Dog Russo old school. If your OPS is under 700, you should be able to bunt.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's a hot take in itself. The fact that you just didn't score the inning before, and now you have Kiermaier in second and Zunino up, and he doesn't even think about bunting. Spoiler, he strikes out. I mean, just really bad. And then the next hitter hits a line drive, and Kiermaier gets doubled off second. Ray's bullpen does a really good job. They get 2 outs. They bring in Chaz Rowe, one of the toughest righty sliders. Valleca, end of the bat, just like flares it in. So that was kind of the only fluky part. But otherwise, the Orioles were just winning at bat.
Yeah, so what do you think this says about the Rays? I mean, it's a short season, so things do mean more than they would regularly. But a lot of people, including some people on this panel, were giving the Rays pitching staff all Cy Youngs before the season started, acting like they were unstoppable. And I was saying, pump the brakes. Let's see them do it.
Yeah.
And Glasnow, Snell, Chirinos were the 3 starting pitchers in this game. None of them saw the 6th inning. Now, some might be on pitch counts. I think Snell still can't go deep.
Yeah.
But also gave up 3 runs in 3 innings.
Yep.
Glasnow gave up a bunch of runs.
Lefties versus the Orioles.
Yeah, I know. But I'm still saying, like, do you think Rays fans are very scared right now? As a Yankees fan, are you less scared? Because I'm less scared now. Because if their pitching was dealing first 2 weeks through, I'd be very scared. But there's
No, I think we're still seeing what happens in a 60-game season.
Yeah.
The Orioles are really good against left-hand pitching. They've just shown that, and you've heard that on here a ton. I mean, I think what they need to see is a win. I think you go into Baltimore, you lose. When you lose the series, heads start to drop a little bit. You need to get a win on the board. Let me see who they're playing before the Yankees.
That's why I was
They've got the Red Sox, so that should wake up their bats. We'll talk about that in a second. And then they've got a big series with the Yankees this weekend. And, dude, again, like, just think about how much this storyline can change. If they wake up against the Sox and then say they beat the Yankees, like, the Rays are back right where we thought they'd be. So I think it's still early. You obviously don't want to lose 5 straight after losing the last 2 games to the Braves. You don't want to get swept by the Orioles.
Is that what it is for them? 5 straight now?
5 straight, yeah. They won the first 2 against the Braves, then they lost the last 2, and then they get swept by the O's. And there's a couple 1-run games in there, and 1-run games can be kind of fluky.
Yarbrough's their best pitcher so far.
Yeah, and it's still very early. I still expect them to get back on track, but
Yanni did well. I shouldn't poo-poo Yanni. It was the bullpen in that game. And then, Glasnow and Snell, it's nothing crazy. So, it's still like 2 starts for each of them.
Yeah.
Which, in a regular season, you're not worried at all. I just wonder, because the O's are supposed to be laughing stock. Now, we know they can hit, but you're supposed to hit them.
And, the O's beat the Red Sox. The O's have won 2 of their 3 series this year. So I'm not saying, fear the birds per se, but they're playing okay baseball right now. So, hey, good for Baltimore. Tampa, you kind of just have to start waking up. I mean, we're still within the first 2 weeks of the season. So, not too concerned, but yeah, I mean, nobody would have expected it, but that's also baseball Susan.
Yeah. Yep. And the Yankees are doing a lot of fun things right now.
You guys probably know, we are Yankees fans. Times are good. There was no fear against the Boston Red Sox. It says a little bit about the Red Sox and a little about the Yankees this year. Aaron Judge is locked in, leading the league in home runs. You will hear about him later. Yanks look great, man.
Yep.
Yanks look great.
All right, let's move on to the Central.
Minus James Paxton. James Paxton having a bad time right now.
Should go on the IL or something.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
If you have him in your fantasy league,
it's a quick drop.
Maybe you shouldn't.
No, it's a quick drop.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We're going to split the Central here. I'll start us off, and you take us home. 1, 2, 3. The Cubs swept the Pirates unless they have a 4-game set. BBD, you're my 4-game set guy. Okay, they swept the Pirates. They walked off on the Game 3 after a rain delay. Darvish, Chatwood, and Lester all had great games for the Cubbies. Schwarber threw a runner out at home, and Baez doing some fun things, big hits, bunts, and the works. I like what he's up to. The Reds and the Tigers. The Tigers won the only 9-game... Oh, let me start.
You got
the
it.
Reds won... The Tigers won the only 9-inning game in this series.
Yes.
But they lost both 7-inning games on Sunday. New doubleheader rules. Bauer gets the complete game shutout. Only 2 hits going all 7 innings. What happened with the White Sox and the Royals, Jake?
Get your brooms, Jim. Part of the sweep week we're talking about. It's sweep week in baseball. That's funny. Not. Keuchel gets the JOMBOY compete game. The White Sox are rolling. That offense is figuring out. They put up combined 20 points, 20 runs in their final 2 games. The White Sox are going to be the team I can't quit this year. Every time they're going to push me out and then bring me back in. And speaking of a team, we got to give some love, and I'm sure we're going to hear about the rest of the episodes this week on Talkin' Baseball. The Minnesota Twins, after getting shoved on by Bieber on the Thursday game we wanted to talk about last series recap, he's insane. The Twins come back 4-1, 3-0, 3-1. Sano had a 2-homer game. They bullpen day and 2-hit Cleveland after that. Twins win final 3 games of this series, and that's what's going on in the Central.
I got to look into these Twins games.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into them. Did you watch any? Did you see any?
I didn't really tune in too much. Sorry, Twins fans. Doing stuff. But, yeah, man, they hold Cleveland to 2 runs over the final 3 games there. They hold them to 4 runs in a 4-game set, so shout out Minnesota pitching.
Cleveland has some guys that are on slump watch this week.
Yeah, I think so. And if you are, and I'm sure Plouffe will yell at us later in the week, I want to know if these games, how competitive these games were. Like, did these feel like playoff baseball games? Or were these kind of like...
I'm going to guess that the Twins went up 4-0 after 2 on Clevenger, and it just kind of was a relaxed game the rest of the way. Because we've seen that with the Yankees where they're up 3-1, but it feels like 6-0. And when you hit, I think it was a leadoff home run by Kepler, and then a single, and then a walk and a double to go up 3-0 in the first, and then a leadoff home run the next inning in the second in game 2 there. I'm going to guess that one didn't feel that close. I'm going to guess it felt like Twins fans were saying, I can't believe this is only a 3-run game. It feels like we've dominated them.
Let us know. Twins and Indians fans, reach out. But, yeah, good for the Twinkies. Was getting a couple tweets from them, Twins fans last night. Good bounce back after Bieber does what Bieber does. But, yeah, good for the Twins, man.
Dude, they had a Clippard start.
Bullpen day, 2-hitter.
It's nuts.
2-hit bullpen day. It's not great for the game of baseball, but it works.
And Kenta dealt as well.
Maeda.
So good for the Twins. They're in first place over there in the Central, which they should be. 7-2 is their record. Same as they've played one more game as the Yankees. So 7-2, 7-1. The White Sox are in second place now because of that dealing.
Took care of business, man.
Yeah.
That's we just did the whole thing about the Rays, how they're supposed to beat the Orioles. You can't be doing that. The White Sox played the Royals. They won all 3 games. The bats started going later in the series, and that lineup is what makes that team scary. So good for the White Sox. Took care of your business.
Take care of your business.
Let's make that a song,
Taking care of business. Every day. That is a song.
Oh.
Yeah, we just sang it.
Snap.
Anything else? I know Sano had 2 home runs. I mean, anything else crazy happen? There were some crazy plays in the Reds-Tigers game. We had some ricochet shots in these sets off the foot. I mean, I think Alexander's going to get talked about soon.
Yeah.
So we need to mention him yet. But, yeah that's kind of just your update in the standings. We'll get more into the nitty-gritty. Yeah?
I'll just give you some quick White Sox players' OPSs, okay? All of these players have 25 or more at-bats. Moncada, 890.
Not bad.
Tim Anderson, 922. Lurie Garcia, 923. Adam Engel, 939. Luis Robert, 979. Eloy Jimenez, 997.
How bad's Anderson's injury?
Anderson?
Tim Anderson.
Anderson. I don't know.
Groin strain. Roberts moved up in the lineup. I think he was batting third or something because Anderson's out with the groin strain. Which, who knows what grade strain it is and how long that's going to be. That sucks for them.
Yeah, he goes on the IL.
He said it's nothing. It's mild, I would say. It's really nothing crazy. Just a groin. I don't see it being too much time out of action.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, Tim.
He actually didn't say the out of action part. The reporter put it in there in brackets just to make sure the reader knew what he was talking about.
Just in case.
Because if he just said, I don't see it being too much time, we would have been like,
whoa.
What? Too much time? What?
Could be a really meta.
So the reporter did the brackets for us, out of action.
Could be a really meta quote.
Huge, huge. I mean, this is another division where you look at the standings in the Central, and the Brewers and the Cardinals didn't really get to play.
Right. Probably the least talked about storyline in baseball. Maybe I'm being dramatic, Jake. Shut up. The Cubs are playing well.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of taking care of business, I mean, they beat Pittsburgh. That's what they're asked, but
all their pitchers dealt.
Yeah, Darvish, Chatwood, Lester.
And to see Lester and Darvish do it, I think they had rough starts, or at least Darvish did. I forget about Lester.
Lester had a good first start. I think it was a Lester 5 innings pitch, no strikeouts.
Chatwood's been dealing. He's coming up later on. He's fun.
Yeah.
And Darvish needed a good one. They look good. They were getting the bottom of the zone a lot in those games. I was watching the condensed game version of it.
And maybe the counter argument to the Cubs would be, it is Pittsburgh. They in theory took care of business.
Well, no, but the Cubs are playing fun. They're making defensive plays. Like Javi laid down a bunt to move the runners over, and then Javi also hit a big double at one point. Schwarber gunned down a runner. They're pitching well, timely hits. The Cubs are looking fun right now. Their bullpen's still a mess. Like Kimbrel still sucked.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they have rocks back there. Tell me, Cubs fan.
Is Jeffress doing okay? I saw Jeffress highlight. He had a pitch ninja jump off the mound thing.
Sounds badass.
Which, in theory, means you're doing all right.
I don't know. Chicago Cubs stats.
Cubbies. Rowan Wick with the save in one of the games. Nice.
Alec Mills, 1 start still. Jeffress, 4 games, 0 earned runs, 0 hits. So he's doing rather well.
Cubs fans are excited about Jeffress right now.
Kyle Ryan blew it, and Kimbrel's been bad.
Okay.
Kimbrel, I don't know what the plan is with him. I don't know if you can run him out there in a close game again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Tell us, Cubs fans. Are you confident with Jeffress, or is this? I mean, I'm guessing everything else is clicking right now, so this is probably the scary thing. But Kimbrel went 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. 2 home runs, though.
Not good.
So the first game he couldn't find the zone. He walked 4 guys. In this game he found the zone, gave up 2 home runs.
Cubs have won every series so far. Brewers, Reds, Pirates. They've got the Royals coming up next, so they might get off to a real nice start.
Yeah, could be fun. All right, let's go around to the West Coast. Jake, I have 0.0 idea who played each other and what happened.
Perfect.
Because when I don't have to cover it, I just tune out.
I'm just going to make it up as I go.
So you let me know what happened.
Sure. The Golden State no, people, we're talking baseball. The San Diego Padres went to see my Rocks at Coors Field, and Coors Field was back, baby. Padres take the first game 8-7 with some drama. Tatis ties it up, and then Tommy Pham with the 3-run homer, and then the Rocks even fought after that 8-7 final. And then Kyle Freeland and Anthony Senzatella, my good paisan. Decent starts from them. Colorado takes the series. My Rocks, baby. Dodgers at the D-backs. This was a 4-gamer. Dodgers take 3 out of 4. A.J. Pollock's getting it going. Good. Dodgers need more depth in their lineup. Arias with his second good start. Former top prospect, get excited. Oh, yeah, and Clayton Kershaw. He just shoves again in his first start of the year. Rangers at the Giants. The Heineman Bowl, Jim. Friends of the family. San Fran, they take the first 2 games, 9-2, 7-3. Donnie Barrels is what they're talking about in San Francisco. Donovan Solano, Jim. Donnie Barrels, babe. Like that. Texas takes the final game. Chu and Gallo go yard 9-5. Athletics and the Mariners. Mariners take game 1. The Kyle Lewis show will not stop. A's take the final 2 games, both 3-2 scores. The middle game was in extra innings. A's take care of business. They win the series. And then the Astros and the Angels. Astros end up taking the series. They they take the bookend games as of now, 9-6, 6-5 in extras. Bregman looks good. LA took the middle game in extras, 10 innings. Ohtani, yikes. Scary times.
Scary times. We were kind of shocked that Madden even let Ohtani pitch that many innings looking that bad, right?
How many pitches in one inning? Do you remember? 40-something?
I think 48.
I mean, and now he's getting his arm checked out. I mean, that could come back and look bad. You hope everything's okay with Ohtani, special talent. What'd you like, Jim? You didn't like Donnie Barrels.
That's not my favorite nickname.
Okay.
Bregman got going? I was shocked to hear you say that.
He technically won the game for Houston in the 11th. He had the game-winning hit.
Okay. Oh, he had 4 hits in the series, so that's good. Because he only had 4 hits all season before that, so they're getting it going. The standings are funny here. I mean, your Rocks are in first place.
Same.
6-2. Dodgers are 7-3. Not bad.
Yeah, man. Arizona hasn't had it yet. The Dodgers took care of them pretty handily. And the Rockies, broken record stuff. When they pitch, they're good. Charlie Blackmon got going. Don't know if he's on in fuego, but he's looking good in them jeans. And yeah, they're getting W's. I'm interested to see who they are playing next. Let's see. I'll look that up. What else you like, Jim?
How many pitchers have pitched an inning for the Rocks, do you think, so far?
How many pitchers have pitched an inning for the Rocks so far? I will say 10.
Okay, I'll give you a frame of reference.
Okay.
For the Yankees, it's 17.
Okay.
For Boston, it's 17.
Okay.
I don't
know if you're going big or low, so I don't know.
I'm
going to say the Rocks have been using their good guys and winning games, so it's a lower number.
Yes. You nailed it. It's 10.
What the hell, man?
I just want to, because my point is for the audience.
Okay.
Every team is using 20, 15-plus guys. The Rockies pitchers have been so good.
They're locking up wins.
They've only used 10 guys to pitch a full inning. I mean, every other team I've looked at has used more guys than that.
The Rockies' 2 losses this year, Jim, are both 1 runs. It was the opening day Lance Lynn 1-0 game, and then they lost the first game of this series, which the Padres came back in the 9th. Tatis tied it up with a nice looking home run, and then Pham hits a bomb after that. Little Rockies pen there, but they're playing good baseball right now. And they've got a Giants series coming up. Who the Giants? They're playing decent too. So that's that's a fun series you wouldn't have expected before the season.
Yeah, I'm trying to find any team that has less than 15 used. Their pitching has been great. I can't find a single one. 15's the second place so far.
They're using the guys they trust.
And only one of them has done poorly. Wade, I think, or what's his name? The closer.
Let's see, who's done bad? Wade Davis and James Pazos. Oh, he doesn't have an inning. He's got .2.
Yeah, I didn't even count him.
Okay. But yeah, Wade Davis got knocked around a little bit. But yeah.
They have 4 guys that have started 2 games. Not one of them has an ERA that starts with 3.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Go Rocks, go.
Go Rocks, go. That's Marquez is real. John Gray is definitely a proven MLB starter. Where you rank him kind of depends what you believe in John Gray. And then, yeah, man, Freeland, dude. He was such a big part of those Rockies wildcard teams, and he was terrible. And now he's got 2 nice starts under his belt. So that's, man, if they can pitch, and, you know, I've had Rocky fans tell me about Sanzatella. He's got stuff, but his track record has been really bad. So I need to see a little more than 2 starts out of him. But, yeah, man, if the Rockies can pitch.
Yeah. The Rangers are disappointing.
Rangers are a little disappointing. The Rangers needed their story to be what we just said about the Rockies.
Yeah, their pitching needed to be. Minor hasn't had it. Kluber gets hurt. I don't know what their bullpen.
I mean, it's just been Lance Lynn, right?
Lance Lynn's been on.
And yeah, the Rangers lineup just isn't deep enough. I mean, it's Gallo and Calhoun, and then
Shin-Soo Chu's having a nice start.
I like Chu. I should give Chu a little love. He's had a really nice career, but I mean, he's hitting 150 right now.
Dude, Todd Frazier's doing what he's doing. Terrible slash line, but OPS over 100.
OPS plus.
OPS plus. Just Todd Frazier special.
Yeah, man, and it's okay. So know how I read all those White Sox players' OPSs. So we've got Gallo, 8 games played, a 1.153. Yup. Chu, of players with 6 games or more played, Chu is in second with a 742 OPS, hitting 150, a 292 on base. And then Todd's hitting 192. Kiner Falefa comes in, 4th or 5th? His OPS is 573. There's just not hitting.
Well, Rob Refsnyder, our dude, just crushing it.
Yeah, 4 games. He's 4 for 8, baby. Take it.
Well, I mean, he's just getting no. He's only started.
Yeah.
He's only started 1 game.
Yeah.
No, 2 games. Play him, I guess.
Give anyone a chance, and that's probably going to be the story in Texas going forward. I know Rob Refsnyder, Greg Bird off the Yankees trash heap. They're going to be looking for any help because, I mean, yikes.
Oakland needed some wins. They lost the 2 games in a row to the Rockies, and then they lost the next game. So they had 3 losses in a row. They win the last 2 against Seattle. So they needed that, and 1 went into extras. But hopefully they start turning around. They got some guys slumping over there. I'm not sure how the starting pitchings looked, but
yeah, I guess that's the spin zone. I mean, Canna and Laureano are the only guys playing really well for the A's. So the fact they're still winning is good. Matt Chapman and Matt Olson OPSs both start with a 5. Simeon starts with a 4.
Mm-hmm.
So
they got some guys doing slumping.
The fact they're 5 and 4 is probably, a little bit of a savior. Chris Bassett.
Yeah, and they also got their Fires and Manea not doing great.
Bullpen looks like it's doing okay.
Yeah.
They've got guys down there, and I think Luzardo gets his first start tonight or something like that. So
cool.
See what he's got.
All right, let's move on.
That's
what's going on. That's
what's
your
going
general
on.
broad recap. The fun stuff, second half of the show. We got first and foremost standout performances.
Standout performance.
You can go first.
Wow. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Let's do it, people. Buckle in. It's Aaron Judge.
Wow. Bias much?
So biased. Literally. But Not the case for this. Aaron Judge is leading Major League Baseball with 6 home runs. He has, 6 home runs in his last 5 games? Is that the stat?
That is 5 home runs in his last 6 in his last
yeah,
5. Yeah,
5 straight games with a homer.
Yeah.
6 in his last 5. This has been my speech. If you don't watch Yankees baseball, I kind of get it. You see a monster of a human who he's got some crazy run numbers. That's probably what you think he does. It's not. He is 5-tool. He's a star of this game. He could become the face if he stays healthy. Look at his stats. Like, it's not just home runs. It's on-base percentage. His batting average is pretty nice for a dude his side. His defense, if you like some defensive analytics, go check out Judgy. And Jim, it's been a lot of OPS on this show so far. I need to get into the Baseball Reference new stat head thing or whatever. I think Aaron Judge has the second highest active career OPS in baseball right now of guys that have played 2-3+ seasons. It's Mike Trout. And then I looked after that. I mean, Votto was kind of up there. I mean, guys like Mickey Cabs, obviously, as they get older, the numbers are going down. Pujols, Yelich, Betts, they kind of had slower starts to their career, so that brings their number down. Aaron Judge has been nothing but special since he's come up. With a couple weird injuries while he's played, he is really good. This, take it as biased Yankee fans if you want. When he is healthy and right, I mean, he is one of...
OPS? You want me to do OPS?
So just like career OPS with maybe 300 games played, how many games does Judge have?
He's played 404.
So if you did career OPS 300+ games, something like that.
Okay.
Active players.
Jeff passing.
While you're doing that, I have some numbers.
Okay. What do you got, BBD?
I happen to be looking at Judge's Baseball Reference anyway.
I bet.
And obviously, small sample, he's played 8 games, but he currently leads the league in runs with 10, home runs with 6, RBIs with 14, slugging at 903, OPS 1.275, and 249 OPS plus and 28 total bases.
Yeah.
All those lead the league right now. And the Yankees had however many games canceled.
So I guess it's deservedly so.
It's saying, hold on.
Hold on. Still holding.
The new stat it confuses me, so.
I had Trout and then Judge. And then maybe Votto, which puts him into perspective a little more.
And Votto had a down year last year.
Looking all right so far. I think he went on the IL. Reds fans, check me on that. But, yeah, Judge is special, man. And I know we were watching it live last night. I hope a few of you hopped in. Even a few non-Yankee fans were on Periscope and YouTube. I mean, he is just dialed.
Yeah, it's Trout, Judge, and Votto's third. Then Pujols, then Stanton. Then Harper, then JD, then Trevor.
Yeah.
He's good.
He's really good. And Houston Yankee stuff, do whatever you want with this. Knowing what we know now, Aaron Judge would have an MVP award under his belt in 2017. And
yes.
Just think about how that would change the perception of him,
I
know?
agree. Yeah. All right, my standout performance is a guy who doesn't have career
Similar
accolades.
guy.
Career accolades. It's Tyler Alexander.
Similar guy.
Relief pitcher for the Tigers. He was a starter for the Tigers last year. He started 8 games, and he had a 4.86 ERA last year for the Tigers, and just straight up wasn't dominant or good at all. He comes out of the pen for the Tigers against the Reds on one of the doubleheader games and strikes out the first 9 batters he faces.
Yeah.
He ends up coming back in for a 4th inning, and I believe he hit the first guy that he faced, and he did get another strikeout. So he ends up with 3.2 innings pitched with 10 strikeouts. He's tied the record or set the record for most strikeouts in a row by a reliever. Is that the phrasing of the record?
It's most consecutive strikeouts in AL history. Tied for most consecutive strikeouts in AL history, I believe.
Okay, no reliever caveat or anything?
I don't think so. People started mixing 2 things online.
I couldn't keep up, but he has a record.
He's got an MLB record.
I'm doing a breakdown on him, and I'm halfway finished editing, and I thought it was interesting because if you look at his pitch mix last year, he threw a 4-seam fastball a lot, and it was the same exact speed as his two-seam sinker fastball. So someone probably said, like, dude, those are the same. Those aren't different enough. Your four-seam doesn't even move. Just scrap it. He completely scrapped it this season. He's thrown it like twice. He's the two-seamer has gone up. The changeup has gone way up. Romine's making faces at him like, damn, you're nasty.
Damn, you nasty.
He just had him off balance.
Yeah.
This is cool. So that's history right there.
It's really cool. Good for him. You're in the MLB history books. Congrats. And yeah, man, I think it's one of the unique things that makes baseball special is that if you're a pitcher and you change something, later in your career you could become a totally different guy. If you're a hitter, you switch something, you can become a totally different guy. You don't see that in basketball. You don't see that in football. Pretty cool by him. Jim, this is a mini jab at the MLB. I just pasted it in the Talkin' Baseball sheet because I talked about Tyler Alexander on Wake and Jake this morning, and I don't know. I just thought it was some good MLB marketing right there.
MLB record broken by little-known reliever. It's a good headline.
I just think they should. You're saying that a guy in your league is little known.
They should have put his name in there.
You should put his
If you
name
say
in the
MLB
title.
record broken by Tyler Alexander, little-known reliever.
Or little known reliever Tyler. Yeah.
You just need his name in there because you're trying to market him.
Yes. That's my little jab.
Or MLB record broken by, lesser known. I don't know.
His name should be on there.
His name should be there.
That's how you make him better known.
Yes, because now you read that headline, you still don't know who he is.
Exactly. He's not even in the picture. The picture is of a Reds hitter. So,
his four-seamer went from 31% to 5% of his pitch mix. Like they just eliminated it.
It's working.
Yeah, he threw it 6 times so far in 2020. Where it was his number one pitch last year. So I like when you have a tangible change like that.
Yeah.
Who knows if it's going to stick? He still doesn't have like crazy impressive stuff. He barely breaks 90, but he has 4 different pitches.
Go Frogs, baby.
So that's my standout performance. Awesome story by Tyler.
Let's keep
Alexander.
it up.
Keep going.
Let's get in fuego.
That means on fire, baby. Like Wago. I put a lot of guys on here. I think you threw some on here as well. The number one guy I have is Dansby Swanson. Now, we talked with Trev a little bit about Dansby needing a good year. He needed it to come together. So far, it's there. He's got a hit in every game he's played this season.
Yeah.
So a hitting streak intact. 368 batting average, 400 on base percentage, 9 runs and 11 RBIs in 10 games so far this season. Really good numbers by Dansby. Great job.
I partially jokingly attach myself to the Dansby wagon because he's a Vanderbilt guy, and we look alike to a degree. And you know what? I think he had a good start last year, and then there was an injury, and that started affecting the numbers a little bit. Good for him. Hopefully he can continue it throughout the season. He looks good. He's already slid up the Braves lineup, which is something we've been asking for. Who's going to help make that lineup a little deeper? Dansby's doing it right now. 3 stolen bases, no caught stealing. So he's throwing in all 5 tools right now. Good for Dansby. Keep it up.
Where do they have him in the order?
I think I saw him. I forget if they gave someone an off day yesterday.
They moved him to the 2-hole.
Yeah.
I think
Albies was out yesterday.
Albies was out.
Yeah, he was resting his wrist. So
he was out both times, and they moved Swanson to the 2-hole.
So, hey.
Other than that, he's been 6-hole.
Which still, if you're doing that from the 6-hole, with Ozuna's been swinging well.
It's more of a 6-hole bat anyway.
It works. If he's doing what he's doing right now, you put him anywhere. But, best case, Dansby could find himself towards the top of the lineup if he plays like this. But, yeah, if he can do something around this from the 6-hole, that's pretty big for the Braves.
Yep. The other guy I had on here, I told you I was going to have him on here, was Tyler Chatwood for the Cubs. 2 starts so far, 12.2 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts, 1 earned run, has a 0.7 ERA so far. It's only 2 games, but both games he shut down the Brewers and then he shut down the Pirates. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 6.2 innings pitched, 3 hits. Love it.
Yeah, I was looking. I think it's Dan Zimborski. I can't find his Twitter right now, but I think Chatwood's been a guy with the arm talent that it just kind of hasn't come together yet. I think it was a lot getting the ball over the plate. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, analytics community or whoever wants to. But, yeah, man, he's looking nasty. And, dude, think about and now it's kind of fun looking back at all the team PPPs we did and all the prep we had before the season, before COVID was a nightmare for us, and still is. Be safe. But, dude, if the Cubs get that kind of starting pitching, I mean,
Cubs look good.
If Tyler Chatwood's legit and Darvish is right, I mean, the questions start coming in a lot. But Hendricks, I mean, you've got 3 right there.
Yep.
Figure out a bullpen and let's go Cubs.
He's another guy that eliminated his four-seamer for a sinker. It's 31% of the time last year, down to 8%. Same thing.
There you go.
It's a recipe. If your four-seamer isn't fast and doesn't move, don't throw it.
2-seamers don't get you to the Hall of Fame, though.
I think they kind of do now.
Someone said that to Cole, I think, and that's why he started throwing his more. But his 4-seamer's a little different.
Yeah, it's fast.
A little ride.
Two-seamer got some people to the Hall of Fame.
Sure. Craig Maddox.
You think Bart's going to the Hall of Fame? Probably.
I'd have to look at the numbers.
He might have some of
really
those
know.
compile numbers, but I don't think so.
Yeah. He's got a Cy Young. I'd have to get in the
ED
stats.
suspension, though, so.
Ooh,
2 families.
too sexy.
I'm sure a jersey of his is somewhere in there.
Fattest home run by a pitcher? Probably not even.
Probably not.
Babe might have clipped him.
Babe. Speaking of bees,
Speaking of bees. You mean like bees on the field?
we got 4 bees coming up. Holy
Bogarts,
smokes.
Betts, Bauer, Bieber.
Bogarts, Betts, Bauer, Bieber. Bogarts, Betts, Bauer, Bieber. 2 hitters there. Bogarts and Betts, formerly teammates, Jim. I don't know if you knew that. Betts has got it
Only
going.
by uniform.
Betts has gotten it going. They're still waiting for Belly to get it going for the Dodgers, but
Another bee.
whoa, killer bees. Mookie's look good. He had the throw this weekend.
My dad got stung by a bee
That
this
was
weekend.
pretty. Is he all right?
I think so, yeah.
Jess has never been stung by a bee, so she doesn't know if she's allergic. So every time we're around one, it's like, are we
My mom's allergic, but I don't think she was always allergic. So I was worried about my dad because we were in the middle of the woods,
Right.
disc golf course. Someone else I was with had never been stung before.
Where'd the
They
bee
asked
sting him?
ankle.
Okay. Did he give it like a little hop jump or something?
Ow, damn, oh!
Nice. Dads.
Yeah.
Okay, Xander Bogaerts playing really well. He raked against the Yankees 2-homer game. What's this split, Jim? 636?
Yeah,
Is
in
this
the
just over
series.
okay.
In the series, 636 batting. Yankees just straight up didn't get him out.
Yeah.
He said it was the most fun he's had. He said that even though we lost, that was a fun game, something that's been lacking
Yeah.
from all the other games.
Lots
Be because you hit 2 home runs, Xander.
Lots of subliminal shots fired at the Red Sox pitching staff. I have to give Xander Bogaerts a little extra love. I was tough on him for a little while. That for a little while there's that just 1 year was kind of an outlier. He's legit. He looks awesome. Mookie gets it going. You guys all know him. Handsome Hanser Alberto.
Mookie got it going. He had 6 hits. 5 of them were extra base hits.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Handsome Hanser Alberto, 7 for 15 on the series. He's hitting 429 on the season. Jim, I might have to put him in my if you have one thing to focus on category. I love that for a baseball player in the offseason because he raked lefties. He hit 398 versus lefties last year, or whatever it is. He hit a homer off a righty this series, I believe. So, I mean, if he can add, and he hit I think he hit like 1 something against righties. If you can kill lefties like he does, and you could hit even 220, 230 against righties, you can be a really good baseball
Do we
player.
have a middle infielder that is the opposite? Like Dietrich can play second base sometimes, right? Or does he never do that anymore?
He probably can. I don't know. I don't think second base is his forte.
He came up as a second baseman. I don't think he does it anymore.
If there was a second baseman that hit 400 versus lefties, or versus righties, we would know he'd be an all-star.
Let's see. But Dietrich's the reverse split, right? Like he'd be the perfect platoon mate?
I don't think so. I don't think Dietrich's numbers are good enough. It would be Corey Dickerson. I don't know. Anyone who hits...
In 2019,
Righties.
Dickerson had a 829 OPS versus right-handed pitching.
Dietrich?
Yeah.
Right. Very different style ball player.
Just saying, a platoon.
Yeah.
Find a platoon. But I don't think he plays second base anymore.
I think Hanser's figuring out how to hit righties a little bit. So
Oh, Dietrich played 58 games at second base last year.
look at that. Second,
So-
left, and third.
Found it.
Go to Baltimore. And then, Bauer Bieber. the former allies on the Indians. Shane's still there. Broke the MLB record for most strikeouts in 2 starts. Feels so long ago that happened. He's insane. He's got to be pitching soon, so I'm excited for that. And Trevor Bauer, man, we said a few times, like, he's been talking a lot. Like, you better be able to back it up this year, and he has 13.1 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 20 Ks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
I want that Reds pitching the deal. Castillo had a rough start, though, so
Okay.
needed them all to be good. Sonny Gray walking off the mound like a cocky motherfucker. Such a great video.
6'5", 250. Him and Lance Lynn.
What is Sonny? What do you think he's? 5'10", 5'11", 150?
5'10", 160, something like that.
I mean, he was walking off the
peacock.
mound, just talking shit.
Damn peacock.
I liked it.
Former high school quarterback. Yeah, good for them. That's who we got for Fuego. There's a lot of guys, man. There's a lot of options.
I'm trying to find. Let's see how many at bats.
People are probably mad we're not talking Corey Seager. You could have done a lot of Dodgers. A lot of Dodger bats got going.
Yeah. I'm trying to find our who are our batting average guys right now, but
Sure.
I'm having trouble eliminating.
Charlie Blackmon got it going in Coors. Donnie Barrels, your guy, and Robbie Cano had a nice series. How about that?
How many people do we have? I'm having trouble eliminating people that have only played like 1 game right now. That's on me.
It's okay.
I wanted to see how many 400 hitters we have that are like starting every day left.
Who's still doing it?
Yeah, and I think Lewis is still doing it. You know how to find that quickly?
Kyle Lewis. Yeah, kind of. 1 second.
Okay.
Say something to the people. Distract them for a second.
Well, I can tell you that Jake used to wash his hair with a fish.
Baby D like that one. Is that true?
I don't know. You told me once.
Donovan Solano, Donnie Barrels. We
Okay.
got to get you on the Donnie Barrel trains. The San Fran fans will like that. 15 hits and 30 at-bats.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. Brantley's hitting 438 in 9 games. Hanser Alberto, 429. Let's see. Kyle Lewis, 425. And LeMahieu is hitting 400 on the nose. So the race for 400.
How many guys? 5, 4?
I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legitimate guys right now.
Ooh, speaking of the race to 400,
Yes, sir.
we have the race to 20.
Yeah.
Still going strong. I made the prop bet to you. I said, will anyone have 6 by the time we sit down and do this? And we have a guy with 6. His name is Aaron Judge. We said 2.5 was the over-under. How many players have 5? The under hit, we only have 2.
2.
We are tracking the home runs pace to see if anyone will break 20. Roosevelt's is helping us out. That's rsvlts.com/JOMBOY. You have a ton of fun shirts. We should be getting a box. It's shipped, our box of shirts. So
Yeah.
it's shipped. It's coming.
Okay.
Today or tomorrow.
We got
So-
those peanut butter bars coming, too. I could use one
Oh,
of
I
those
could
right
use
now.
a bunch of those. I could use
Yeah.
some Tums, too. Getting heartburn.
Huge.
Yeah, well, anyway, race to 20 home runs is happening. Judge takes the lead. He's at 6. Colin Moran. Everyone
Yeah.
thought he'd be there. He's got 5. And then we have 4 guys with 4. We got Castellanos. He popped some this weekend. Trevor Story, Christian Vasquez, and Teoscar. So those are your leaders. I mean, and Kyle Lewis has 3. So, but 6 guys have more than 3. Teoscar, Christian Vasquez, Trevor Story. How many games deep are we? Like 8 games deep? So what's...
I think the max is like 10. So, yeah. A lot of guys are between 7 and 10, depending what's been going on with their teams.
Do the math for me. If Judges hit 6 in 8 games, what's he on path to?
He's silly, man. A lot.
A lot, right?
A lot. That'd be 12.
Math.
It's a lot.
It's a lot?
On pace to break it.
45.
Okay.
I could see. Well, we'll see. Smoltz said he thinks someone's going to hit 30.
Smoltz talking out his butt all broadcast.
Yeah.
So many people have 2, though. We have 79 guys with 2 home runs, and that's pace, right? Basically?
Kind of.
Around there?
Yeah, you want to be. I think you want to be at 3, and we've got 24 guys with 3 or more. So I think this week is going to be the separator. You're already seeing it a little bit. Aaron Judge.
Will someone have 10 by Friday? Now, that's 4 games.
10 by Friday. I'm going no. the guy, it would be Judge.
You'd have to hit 4.
It'd have to be Judge.
How many have 9?
By Friday?
It's 4 games. And no, because we record Friday morning.
Right.
So 3 games. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 4 games. Yeah.
4 games. Have 9.
Over, under, half.
Under.
Under?
Under. It's Judge or bust, and I've already given him enough love. Like, I think he very well can, but...
You think 8's a fair number? Or that's
I think 8's.
8's fair?
We'll be at 8.
2.5 over 8?
I'd go under.
Okay. All right.
I'm starting to get greedy. I mean, dude, it's still early.
People go on tears, though.
It's still early. People get hot. And that's what I'm saying. Trevor Story, man, that guy deserves more love. He's up there on the list. Interested to see, like, you know what, in that second tier, like Joey Gallo, Nelson Cruz. He's just had the 1 game.
No, it was 2 games. I
Max,
had that wrong last time.
Okay.
Ian Happ's popping
Max
some out.
Kepler. So, yeah, excited to see how it continues to sort out. Judge, man. He's the story, people. Even if you're a Yankee hater, like, love this guy because he can help take baseball to where we want to bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next up, moving on, we've got Trump Watch. Some housekeeping from last time. You still had Acuna on. He's gotten a double in his last 3 games and a home run in one of his last 3 games. In his last 3 games, he's hitting very well.
I'll take him off.
4 hits, and all of them are extra base hits in this series, so that's off.
He's got some pop. The swings are looking better.
James Paxton was on here. I mean, he gets taken off Slump Watch because he's just on your bad right now watch.
Yeah, he's just straight bad. And he's hurt or he's just not back yet. It's kind of tough to watch.
Yelich and Biggio were on here, but they both did not play, so they stay on. Cole Calhoun, 2 hits in 2 games with 2 walks, so he played 2 games, 500 on base percentage. Congrats, Cole. You're off.
Good job, Cole.
CJ Cron, I'd never know. He went 1 for 6 with a walk in 2 games, but I don't care about him at all, so he's off. It's like a don't care.
Yeah.
Ryu did not play. Boyd did not play. Now we get to the newcomers.
Yeah.
And Matt Olson.
Yeah, my guy.
0 for his last 14. 0 hits in his last 4 games. And on the season, it doesn't get much better. It's a 133 batting average, a 233 slugging percentage. So Matt Olson. And like we said, the A's have a couple guys.
That whole A's infield. I kept saying that they're probably the best infield in baseball, and they haven't been doing much. It will click for all those guys. They're all special dudes. And when it does, watch out for the A's. But, yeah, Matty, get it going, kid. Get it going.
Yep. Now, I told you the Indians have some guys, too.
Yes.
Carlos Santana has 0 hits in his last 5 games. He has 2 hits on the season. His teammate, Oscar Mercado, friend of the program, he has 2 hits in the entire season. Mercado's got 0 walks, Jake.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 2 for 25 with 0 walks and 0 hits in his last 4 games. 2 guys that are struggling right now.
Yeah.
Struggle watch, not even slump watch. It's season long.
Yeah, I'm interested to see it. I mean, it seems like the Twins pitching clearly found something this weekend, or, you know, a little mix of the Indians being a little lost at the plate. Interested to see what will wake them up. If I knew Carlos Santana was slumping like that, I would not have taken him in the Talkin' Baseball Homer draft yesterday. Watch the pregame show today. It's probably going to be out. Watch it tomorrow. Yeah, get it going. Love watching Mercado play, so get it going. He's a friend.
Then I got some little guys. Profar had a bad weekend.
Little guys.
Manuel Margot,
Yeah.
new Padre, old Padre, he had a bad weekend. And Austin Hayes on the Orioles, who won, had a bad weekend. They won 0 for 13, 0 for 12, 0 for 12, respectively. Not big names like Mercado, Santana, Olsen, who you expect to be contributing more and more and more, but slumping nonetheless.
Okay. I want to add one pitcher. I feel like we need one more pitcher. I've got a couple options for you. Mostly 2. We could go Mike Minor, who, 6 earned runs, 5.2. That's not what you want to see. Relievers tough, Jim. Have you seen Hansel Robles' stats?
I think I did at one point, and they were bad. I think I brought him up last episode, maybe. Or maybe it was something else.
Hansel Robles for the Angels, 4 games, 3.2 innings, 9 earned runs. He's got a 22.09 ERA. In 3 of his 4 appearances, he's given up 3 runs or more.
Yeah.
So let's put him on there.
Okay.
Because he's supposed to be a dude out of the Angels bullpen, and he is not right now.
All right, we'll put him on there. I mean, there's some starters you can throw on, but I don't know if it's bad or slump watch or bad. Like Luke Weaver,
Right.
for Arizona, is starting games and giving up 6 runs every time he starts. 2 for 2.
Not ideal.
2 games started, 2 times he's given up 6 earned runs. And then the Shark over in San Fran, he's still getting the ball. He started 2 games. He's given up 5 earned runs both times he started. I don't know if that's slump watch or...
It's like this tweener area. I think I don't want to put him on there.
Yeah, I don't expect him to get off, so it seems rude to put him on.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in lockstep there?
Lockstep.
Cool.
Cool.
You guys are out. All
Anyone
right.
get mad, Jimmer?
Did anyone get mad? The Cubs were yelling at Williams a little bit, back and forth. I don't know if anyone else got mad.
Didn't see too much madness.
Let me see. There's a website.
Madness.
There's a website that tracks ejections that I used to use for this.
Blinded me with science. I can't think of one.
Sunday's game were the 2nd.
Sunday's game were the 2nd of
So
August.
Saturday's the 1st. Friday's the 31st. So no one got ejected over the weekend.
Okay.
The last
There
ejection was Bo
like
Bichette.
a fake balk thing and the Reds thing. I don't think anyone got mad.
Oh, yeah,
but both managers
Iglesias.
talked to the
Yeah,
umpire.
very weird and
Yeah.
confusing. I got to dig. Someone requested that as a breakdown. I got to dig into it because I don't really get what happened.
Who got weird? We'll call that. But nobody got mad. Okay, cool.
Who got mad?
Who got mad? You got mad. Awards.
All right, awards. I'm giving out the Powerful Corners Award.
Prestigious.
Prestigious. Any guesses? Did you see it?
I half saw it, and someone in the chat actually kind of hinted towards it before, so I'll let you roll.
Powerful Corners Award. You know who gets that?
Who gets it?
Powerful Corners is a chess reference, Jake.
Ah.
The Rooks. They start in the corners. They can go any direction they want.
I'm a huge Rooks guy when it comes to chess.
They can kill at will,
Yeah.
you know?
When you get them on the right path, I mean, they just clean the board.
You want to be dead? Have this rook kill you, basically. The Houston Astros rookies are leading the way for them.
Yeah.
They've had 9 rookies pitch so far this season,
Yep.
and they have combined for a 1.33 ERA. And I'll tell you this, one guy's bringing them down, Cy Sneed.
Cy Sneed.
Cy Sneed's really bringing them down.
That's a great
He's
name.
given up 5 home runs. Other than that, the names, and you, if you're not an Astros fan, you probably don't know any of these names. Anoli, Paredes. I mean, I'm going to butcher that.
Yeah.
Blake Taylor, Brandon Bielak, Christian Javier, Andre Scrub, Nivaldo Rodriguez, Brandon Bailey, and Brian Abreu.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Verlander gets injured. They need people to step up in the rotation. Zach Greinke dealt again for the first half of that game. I don't know what happened at the
Yeah.
end. But, yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and my knowledge of the Astros farm system isn't what you'd hope. But like the only guy that I know, Abreu, I think was a big prospect at one point, or a decent prospect. The other guys, I don't know, but they are churning it out and they're performing right now, and it's crazy to see that many rookies on the Astros, but they're doing it. Good for them, man.
So Abreu's actually pitched the most. He's appeared in 3 different games. He hasn't allowed a hit yet, nor an earned run. He's looking really good.
Like that.
Yeah, the Rooks, man. Power of the Rooks.
That's
They go up, they go down,
they go up.
they start, they relieve.
They
Their
go
pitches,
down.
they got X break, Y break.
You can move them left, right.
Yep.
There's that move. What's it called when you switch like the rook and the king
Switcheroo.
that people like to do at the beginning of chess games?
I think it's switcheroo.
I've never learned the rules on that. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Okay, it looks like a lot of these guys are kind of ranked in their Houston's organization. Abreu is 5th and Bielak is 7th. The other guys are in there, but good, man. Develop those arms. So that's that almost segues me into my award, unless you got anything else you'd like to touch up on, Jim.
No, that's all.
I am giving out the Flat Ground Award.
Ooh. Flat Ground app.
So
Rob Friedman,
if
Pitching
you're-
Ninja. Flat Ground app.
if you're a baseball fan, I recommend following the Flat Ground app on Twitter because it's kind of hilarious. It's just a bunch of like middle school to college kids pitching, and they just retweet anyone who tags them. So every now and then on my feed, I'll see like a 14-year-old that's like, well, top out at 72, curveball 59. I'm like, all right, get it out there, Flat Ground app. A team needs to get the Flat Ground app.
Who?
It's the Boston Red Sox.
Just want them picking up guys left and right?
And maybe I'm just drinking tears right now. The guys out of the Red Sox pen, out of their quote-unquote starters, they're tough to watch. And I think Red Sox fans will admit this as anyone else. And I think their manager, as he came out with a quote, but dude, some of the guys they're pulling out, and other times on Talkin' Baseball, I talk about how, it's wild, the bullpen revolution. You see all these guys on teams that come out and pump 98. Sometimes they don't know where the ball's going, but they've got all the arm talent in the world. We just talked about the Houston Astros having all these rookies come up and looking really good for them. The Yanks had a rookie come up and throw 3 innings. He was pumping 98. He wasn't a big prospect for them, Nick Nelson. The Red Sox guys are just bad. You can't get excited about them. Nobody's pumping gas. There's no light-up stuff. I mean, we saw Matt Hall, not to shots fired at him, but, I mean, he was pumping 88 with, a 75 lollipop curveball. It was tough to watch. I just don't understand why the Red Sox don't have at least guys that they come in and you're like, okay, if he can ever locate it, like, he'll be good. Or, his location's dirty, but he's working on a third pitch or something. Like, there was none of that.
No one came out and had, like, crazy stuff. Now, you're saying you may be just drinking the Red Sox tears. If they, this week, shut down the Rays, hold the Rays
I'm worried about the Rays.
to 4 runs or less, will you drink gentle tears eye drops?
Will I drink eye drops?
Yeah.
No.
If the Rays...
I think that's poop stuff, right?
Yeah, it's poison.
Yeah, I'm
Makes
good
you-
on that, bro.
Okay, wow.
Thanks.
So you think that...
Appreciate the offer, though.
Oh, just saying, the Red Sox shove it in your face and shut down the Rays with all their pitching.
That's not the Red Sox pitching did good. That's Rays get the
Red
yellow
Sox
or
don't
orange flag.
allow more than 10 earned runs the rest of the season. Will you drink?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I will.
Locked in.
Promise. Whole bottle.
I don't want you to die.
Unless they cancel the season. Too risky. No, I'm out. Didn't shake on it.
Oh, shit.
It's close.
Okay. That was close. Yeah.
Red Sox, go download the Flat Ground app. Ad for Rob Friedman, Pitching Ninja, a friend.
Bam. The last segment of
Let's
the day
do it.
is elevator talk.
Finish it.
If you're stuck in an elevator with a fan of this team and you want to have just a little bit of small talk,
Yeah.
sound like you know what's going on, we're spinning the wheel. The
Come
random
on.
team that it lands on today is the Philadelphia Phillies. So
Ooh, I like it.
they're going up against Cole. So the first thing you can say is like, wow, this has been pretty bullshit, huh?
Yeah.
They quarantine us for 5 days. We can't even practice, and now we got to go hit Cole. So you can, bond over like, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's stupid. I believe they're giving the ball to Nola. I think Arrieta was the first announced, and then they just switched it to Nola. So there's
Okay.
a topic of conversation.
Sure. Yeah, it's and we're going back in time to see who was doing what. Harper was getting on base, 462 clip. I mean, they've played 3 games, so it's tough. Didi had 2 homers, so that's exciting. Yeah, Phillies, I mean, kind of brutal. The Yankees are playing so well right now. You guys get put on ice for a couple days, and now you've got to come to the stadium and play those very Yankees and Garrett Cole. That's a tough
I think
break.
Arrieta today, Nola tomorrow.
There you go. So yeah, we'll see. For them, it's tough because I am a Yankees fan. I want to see the Yankees to win. I hope they're looking good. Like I hope we're not walking away saying like, well, They clearly haven't played in a week.
It's tough because it's Cole.
Yeah.
So he could have them looking like that even if they're in the middle of the season.
That's what I'm saying. Not necessarily this game. Like, I think Cole's going to look like Cole kind of
Okay.
no matter what. But for the rest of this series, I hope that they come back and they're playing a good brand of baseball,
And-
whether they win or lose.
And the storyline will be Joe Girardi coming back to Yankee Stadium, Didi coming back to Yankee Stadium. Is Ronald Torres and Neil Walker still with the club
Oh,
coming back to
yes.
Yankee Stadium? Is what's the other reliever? Swarzak?
Big time. Schwarzak, he might be hurt.
He's
I don't
hurt?
know.
Okay.
He hasn't pitched yet.
And then there was someone else that was around that I forget. Robertson's hurt.
Robertson's hurt.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like
Get it
there's
going.
not much to talk about
Let's-
because they've only played 3 games.
Maybe the biggest thing, if you're a Phillies fan, you're excited to see them play baseball.
Yeah.
Whether
Glad to
it's
have them
against
back.
Garrett Cole or not. So, go Fightins.
I think they should all come out of quarantine with similar facial hair or like all with one earring.
Little team unity.
Some
thing.
team unity thing. Maybe they all have like the cat scratch in the eyebrow.
No, it's the deep cut. If you got a real Phils fan,
They all have a face tattoo now. Yeah.
Haseley, the center fielder, the first round pick, he started off 4 for 6 this year,
yeah.
so he can really stretch out that lineup. That's your deep cut. You're like, you know what? I kind of like Haseley. I think he can hit.
Yeah. His first 3 games were good.
Then you get out of that elevator, baby.
All right. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. We'll be back. Pregame shows every day, 4 episodes a week. Call in. Tell us what we got wrong. Tell us what we missed. Appreciate you.